What's going on, everybody? SuperSaiyanPaul here, back at it again. Today we're going to be talking about the potential of Ultra Instinct Vegito versus Jiren, and if it was a missed opportunity with him being revealed in Super. Now guys, we're going to be jumping into a few spoilers, if anything, towards the end here, so I want you guys to make sure you guys click off if you guys are not going to be wanting to be spoiled as to what's going to be going down in the final battle of Dragon Ball Super. Also, if you guys are going to be sticking around during the video, smash that like button, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications. This way you guys can stay up to date with all the latest news, information, and updates, as well as to come with the movies and other gameplay and all these good stuff, so make sure you guys do that for me. Anyway, jumping into the video here, with Ultra Instinct Vegito always being in our thoughts and minds as the end-all be-all of all characters, do you guys think that this was a missed opportunity for Vegito to be featured in the tournament? And the reason why is because towards the middle, remember when we were speculating as to what would happen at the end here and what could possibly take on Jiren? If it wasn't for the limit breaking form that was being hyped up at the beginning, which was Ultra Instinct and technically still is Limit Breaker, it still makes sense as to what we were like expecting because of all the power buffs we saw during the tournament, especially with like Kefla and stuff like that, how fast these Saiyans were going through forms and how fast their power was scaling upwards to like match up with Jiren in the grand scheme of things. And Jiren being at the power level of gods, it's crazy to see how we could have, and plus this being the ending of Super right here, the finale of Super, wouldn't it have made sense for us to have seen Ultra Instinct Vegito? Now this really goes hand in hand with the Ultra Instinct Vegeta theory, when people thought originally that Vegeta was going to master Ultra Instinct right before Goku was going to in the attack style, and not only get some attacks on Jiren but show Goku the way as to how to use it. And then if they combine the two and combine their fighting styles, similar to what we hinted at way before, it would have made a lot of sense as to what could have possibly defeated Jiren, because it was just really cool to see Vegito be featured during Dragon Ball Super during the Goku Black arc. But would it have gotten too cliche if they pulled him out yet again? Mind you, in Dragon Ball Z and in Dragon Ball Super, I don't think we've seen Vegito at his fullest yet, because at the same time, both times he was diffused prematurely, and on top of that, he never got a specific victory in terms of like a character being defeated by him. It was just always just in a spur of the moment kind of thing, him showing off his power and his cockiness, mainly his ego more than anything, and then being defused by either Boo's stomach or the time limit, but they kind of revealed to it was the time limit thing. And with these things being said, do you think if they went into Ultra Instinct Omen at the very least with Vegito, with like Vegito's combination, would it be able to match Mastered Ultra Instinct? And do you think that this would have been the better fight against Jiren? Honestly, in terms of hype, I think it would have, because Goku mastering Ultra Instinct is still good and all, and I love the form regardless of like anything else, but I think it just came too early. The cosmetic change of them adding white hair, it just came so fast, and I was getting used to the idea of just Ultra Instinct being a new tapped into form with the aura and everything really taking up the highlights. And remember back before then the promotional poster, and if we had gotten like the fiery aura like showing off in the background like the promotional posters did, because it kind of makes it feel like without that fiery aura, this white hair was kind of shooed in at the very end here. But with Mastered Ultra Instinct being shown, it would have actually, in my opinion, been better to have saved that, had Vegeta go regular Ultra Instinct Omen, and then show him the attack form, then the two of them combine. And since this is the finale of Dragon Ball Super, what better way to end it with the end-all be-all of all fusions, Vegito, because he is canon unlike Gogeta. Unfortunately, I would have loved to see Gogeta, but them introducing Kefla during the middle of the fight, it really showed us that it could potentially always be there. Like in case they needed to summon Vegito, he could have been there. And the other thing about it is that if they actually went through with Vegito, it would have been awesome to see both of them go like Ultra Instinct, not Mastered UI, because Mastered UI, I think that could have been used later down in the series or even in the movie. The movie would have actually added some more hype to it as well, but it's just that with Ultra Instinct still being barely utilized, and then him throwing in a new color or cosmetic transition It's really a lot to take in. And on top of that, when we jump into the spoilers, we know that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku isn't going to be enough to fight Jiren in the final parts of this battle, because with everything said and done, either Goku's just going to burn out because of stamina, or Jiren's just going to overpower it. It's just not going to get the win. So technically it's not being utilized to its fullest, and I think with the hype train that is Vegito and him being the badass character that he is, and remember when he was first summoned onto the scene in Dragon Ball Super, in that episode, that animation with him and Super Saiyan Blue versus Zamasu, Merge Zamasu, that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in terms of animation. Like, it was so fast paced and amazing. But with these things being said, do you guys think it would have been too much to be used at this point in time? I mean, if you look at it either way, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is still a lot to take in as well, because it's a form that just arrived out of nowhere. And I mean, a lot of people were hinting towards white hair since like the beginning of Super, like, yo, we're gonna see white hair, Dragon Ball AF style. And then you got Vegito, who we've already seen in the series, who wasn't utilized properly the first 2 times. I think he was utilized better in Z than he was in Super. Super really downplayed him, and I think he was shoehorned in there according to the anime team. Like, according to Akira Toriyama, that wasn't the original plan, but the anime team kind of forced that because they wanted to create some hype with Vegito and him being the character that he was at the time. It makes a lot of sense in terms of a marketability standpoint, but either way, they could have easily been shoehorned in there, either the transformation or Vegito. But tell me right now in the comment section below, guys, do you guys think Vegito was used properly in the Goku Black arc, and do you think he would have been better off being used in the Jiren arc here in the Tournament of Power finale? Because with this thing being said, it's being the ending of the show, it would have been great to see Vegito be utilized more than what I think Mastered Ultra Instinct is at this point. The reason why is because since the beginning of Super, we've seen Goku and Vegeta train side by side, and a lot of it was a lot of side by side training up until the Tournament of Power, because a lot of their battles was like together, and it was the Goku and Vegeta show for a good minute, and even up to the end it still can be considered that, with the exception of 17 being the MVP of the tournament and things of that nature. But with these two fighting in sync, especially when they attacked Jiren, you saw that moment when they attacked him at the same time in synchronization, and it was actually out of sync kind of. When you looked in the raw detail of it, Whis was like, their attacks are out of sync. But imagine if the two of them fix their flaws, and imagine if these guys combine personalities in some way, shape, or form. It would be a truly unstoppable warrior, and them showing that the power of Goku and Vegeta could take on even God's destruction would have been a really good theme. And I just, like, there's a part of me that still wants to see Vegeta get Mastered Ultra Instinct, or at least Ultra Instinct Omen. I wanted to see it before the series ended, because they kind of gave him the shaft with the overhyped, in my opinion, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolution. That's the maxed out Super Saiyan Blue, because even when I saw that, I didn't have any hype for that whatsoever. I was like, okay, it's kind of like Super Vegeta. He defeated God of Destruction Topo technically, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily make up for the lack of Ultra Instinct where all the hype is at, and it's barely a cosmetic change. It's just darker blue and a slightly different eye palette type of thing. So tell me if you guys were still hyped about Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolution, because technically I think it was just a way of maxing out Blue and them telling us, hey, it can take on a God of Destruction, woohoo, but you're still not getting Ultra Instinct Vegeta. And unfortunately, a lot of Vegeta fans were disappointed with that, because if they had used Vegito, everything would have kind of led into a linear path, which is still nice in some regard, because it's still going to be epic as hell to see Vegito show up. However, I'm still proud with the approach that they took, minus the fact that they're using Ultra Instinct so fast, is because it's still a wild card in a bunch of different scenarios here, because you never know what they may throw at you, especially with the fact that we know that Goku is going to get ringed out by Jiren in the spoilers. And not only that, the leaked images showed us that Goku isn't powered up anymore. So with those things being said, and Mastered Ultra Instinct like failing, Frieza taking the wild card here, they kind of just found a way to keep it kind of fresh and keep our interest in the tournament, because if we knew that Goku and Vegeta was going to win, we knew what the wish would probably be, and it would probably be to revive Universe 6 at the very least, if not all the universes. And then following that, we don't necessarily know what Frieza would do. So this thing keeps us entertained to the very end, to the very last second, regardless or not if these spoilers have been revealed. So Ultra Instinct Vegito, as badass as he would have been to see him, and as badass as the format would have been, I think they actually made the right choice in terms of having Frieza take the stage. But I'm still on the fence about Mastered Ultra Instinct White Hair showing up so fast and being used so quickly. It's only been used to its fullest for 1 episode and a half maybe, and then after that he's out of the form, and we're not going to probably see it again until the movie or a later series. So with that being said, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts and opinions. This is going to be a really epic discussion down below. Smash that like button, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care. Peace.